Welcome to this month's Tech and Innovation Update from EEHerald. I'm Srinivasa Reddy, editor of EEHerald. In this newscast for the month of January 2026, we dive into the semiconductor world where AI demand fueling explosive growth, memory shortage are hitting consumers hard, and India is accelerating its push to become global chip powerhouse. Let's start with the big picture. Let's go to the top story for this month. The global semiconductor industry is on track for shatter records. Sales hit close to 75 billion. That is nearly, to be exact, 75.3 billion in the November month of 2025 alone. A jump of 29.8% compared to a year back. Now point to the market surpassing $1 trillion in the annual revenue for the first time in 2026, driven mainly by AI accelerators, memory, and logic chips. Now let's go to the another important update for this month. A key driver, the relentless demand for AI data centers, which could consume up to 70% of global memory production this year. This has deepened the DRAM and DDR5 shortage that began in late 2025. PC and smartphone prices are soaring, with DDR5 modules seeing sharp hikes impacting a market like India, especially hard for gamers, everyday users, and even businesses. Now let's come to the next story. But amid all these challenges, innovation is thriving. The recent event, Consumer Electronics Show 2026, which wrapped up earlier this month in Las Vegas, was dominated by chip joints showcasing AI everywhere, from edge devices to robotics and autonomous vehicles. NVIDIA, the leading vendor in the semiconductor, kicked things off with its Rubin AI platform, the most advanced chip, which is now in full production. And also, they have displayed Alpha Mayo models for autonomous driving and advances in physical AI for robotics. Another leading vendor in this domain, AMD, unveiled its latest Ryzen AI 400 series for Copilot PCs, and also they launched Ryzen AI Max Plus SKUs and Ryzen 7 9850X3D desktop processor, plus the software update called Qualcomm 7.2. Next, come to another important vendor who makes smartphone chips, the Qualcomm. You know very well. Qualcomm has announced Snapdragon digital chassis enhancements, agentic AI collaborations, Dragon Wing processors, and the Snapdragon X2 Plus platform. Another leading IDM vendor, Texas Instruments, was also present at Consumer Electronics Show, where it introduced Edge AI SoCs, 4D radar tech, and automotive Ethernet solutions. These launches signal year 2026 as a great year for physical AI, which moves from hype to real-world deployment. Now let's come to India. Closer to home, India is making major strides in its semiconductor journey. As much as 75% of the world chip today use mature nodes, that is 28 to 90 nanometer, and India is finally scaling up domestic production in these critical ranges through schemes like design-like incentives under the Semicon India program. The government has approved totally 24 chip design projects so far under the scheme. The construction of the new fab is progressing strongly at Dholera by Tata Electronics, with commercial production expected in somewhere in the year of 2027 and 2028. Other few VOSAT vendors, they are also very active in India, where few of the VOSAT vendors already started pilot production and some more to begin in the year 2026. Recently, government has also approved a huge amount under ECMS scheme to make passive components. So Indian companies are stepping up. And to tell you one another interesting story, a company called Netweb Technologies, which is National Stock Exchange listed company, has reported 141% year-over-year revenue growth in the third quarter of 2025. That is basically driven by large AI orders. Another Indian company called L&T Semiconductor, which is very much into semiconductors, has signed a RISC-V IP deal with Taiwanese company called Andes Technology. And also, Bangalore-based equipment companies are leading quite well in this totally unknown areas. On the global front, again, there are a lot of partnership deals triggered in the month of January. Basically, my memory maker, the leading memory maker, Micron, has signed US dollar 1.8 billion letter of intent to acquire Taiwan's fab, PSMC's Tonglu fab in Taiwan amid tight DRAM supply. And also another interesting story is on fab side, Vietnam has started work on a new fab called by a company called Vietal, where it broke ground for its first chip fab. And on the research side, France-based research company CLAT has demonstrated hybrid quantum cascade lasers on silicon. And in China, few of the researchers achieved 84.4% efficient silicon single photon detector. That's all for this month. Let's catch you in the month of February with the next newscast. Thank you.